Told you they're coming to take something from us tonight. You can't let them.
For a close-up look at all your Concho Valley High School football, this is Inside the Game, sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
Welcome to Inside the Game. I'm your host, Jaden Hart. I'm joined by Rachel Turnock in the studio this week. It's week 6 of the high school football season. I can't believe we're near the halfway point.
Yeah, it always kind of just feels like the first few weeks just go by so fast, especially now it's crunch time for most of the teams, either starting district play or they've already started and underway, and that's the case for Central.
Yep, the Bobcats trying to get another big win. They got a big one over Weatherford last week to kick off district and got a chance tonight to knock off the big dogs in 3-6A, 24th ranked the Trinity Trojans. They're undefeated so far this season, allowed their opponents to just over 13 points a game. On offense, the Trojans are all about the ground game with over 400 pounders on the offensive line and a bounty of skill players. Guess what? They're averaging 314 rushing yards a game.
Yikes. That means Central's defense, they're going to have their hands full tonight. Of course, hoping to get back from that 70-28 loss at home against the Trojans from last year. But again, that was last season. If the Bobcats can start out on the right foot tonight, they've got a shot, especially with the way Malachi Brown started out last week. Finished the first quarter completing 12 of 12 for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah,
and the winner of this game is pretty much in the driver's seat for the rest of district, so let's see how it turned out. The Bobcats scored on the very first play of the game, but Trinity would quickly catch up for a lead for the rest of the game. They go on to win it out in Bedford 49-24. The Bobcats are back at home for a classic rivalry matchup with Abilene High next week out at San Angelo Stadium.
Well, being out at Lakeview's practice this week, the energy was very high. The kids, they were working hard, trying to snap their 2-game losing streak that they're on, and they had the chance to do that against Brownfield on the road this evening. Yeah,
the Chiefs defense started out allowing just 18 points per game through the first 3 weeks, but they've given up 101 points over the past 2 weeks. They had a great opportunity to turn things around, though, against a 1-4 Brownfield team that has struggled to score points all season long.
Yeah, so could Lakeview get the job done on the road tonight against Brownfield? Well, let's jump right to it. Lakeview up 2-0 after a blocked punt, resulting in a safety. Albert Rodriguez tosses that one out to Tristan Franklin. Slips down the sideline for a touchdown. Chiefs, how about that? Out to a 16-0 lead. Brownfield cutting the deficit before halftime, though, 23-14. But here's another bomb from Rodriguez, finding Austin Bandy. See you later. He is gone. Brownfield took the lead, and the Chiefs missed a 50-yard field goal. They went for the distance, but Brownfield taking that late lead, and they go on to win 38-37. So now they're on a 3-game losing streak.
Man, what a tough way to lose. Our game of the week takes us out to Miles. The Bulldogs are off to their best start in 30 years and proving to be one of the real threats in the state of Texas. Their offense is averaging 52 points a game, and a lot of that has to do with the standout play from Davian Martinez.
Yeah, he's a stud, causing a huge headache for defenses, thrown for 785 yards, 8 touchdowns. He can move around with his legs, rushing for 748 yards. 149 yards a game, scoring 12 touchdowns in the process. You got to watch out for him.
But the Bulldogs defense is no joke either. They've allowed under 19 points per game this season, and for a Cross Plains team that has had problems scoring the ball all season long, against the Bulldogs' rival Cristobal, they kind of scored. This had the makings for a great matchup. Let's see how it turned out. Miles and Cross Plains. Bulldogs trying to improve to 6-0. Here we are, first quarters where we will pick this one up, and Cross Plains is going to go ahead and get on the board first there. They get out to an early 7-0 lead. Next possession for the Bulldogs. Davian Martinez trying to power his way on a 4th and 1. They blew it dead early, so they didn't get it, and Cross Plains would respond right after that. Caleb Hernandez rolling out. He found his man Carson Allen downfield. He sidestepped into the end zone, and just like that, it's 14-0, and sadly, the Bulldogs' hot start comes to an end. They lose tonight, 42-34. 6.
Yeah, it's an incredible start for the Bulldogs, but as you mentioned, Cross Plains defense just allowing a little over 9 points per game, and the fact that Miles was averaging so much, their offense was incredible, over 52 points per game, but I'm all about defenses winning championships.
Yeah, it really is. It's such a cliche saying, but your offenses can go down and score as many points, and I know that's kind of what high school and college football have transformed into, but you have a defense that's able to stop these teams, and you're going to win. Sadly for the case for Miles, it's just, I mean, it snaps a winning streak that was impressive, but hey, okay, you get the loss out of the way now. They start district next week against Menard, and that one's going to be a dogfight. Yeah. We already know about that.
Absolutely. I mean, the 5-0 start, so now they're 5-1. Of course, you know, this loss doesn't count towards district play, which is beneficial towards them. So now, you know, they said at practice this week, whenever that clock hits 0 Friday night against Cross Plains, their next focus will be Menard. So in a way, it's kind of their season sort of starts over. They're 0-0 because now district play starts, which is such a tough district.
And that's the district that we're really looking for or forward to here in the Concho Valley. You've got Miles, El Dorado, and Cristobal, and we'll get to Miles and Cristobal later on. But hey, we're just getting started here on Inside the Game. Coming up after the break, we'll dive into District 4-3A. All 3 of our Concho Valley teams were in action tonight. We'll see if Ozona could pull off the upsets against the 9th-ranked Cranes. And you're watching Inside the Game.
This update sponsored by Bug Express.
It's super easy to order dinner and have it delivered right to your door. And we can do the same during our payment reduction sale. Just log on to bassbunch.com, tell us what payment you want, and we'll deliver it right to your door.
Right now, get a brand new 2019 F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew and get $18 grand in total savings.
Don't miss this opportunity at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks. Shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Hello, I'm Barry with Unlimited Air, your San Angelo's cooling and heating specialist. And that would be Shane. Shane, what are you doing? Are you going to get your hands dirty today?
Unlimited Air can help with odors in your home by sanitizing and deodorizing your AC and heating systems. Unlimited Air can clean your AC and heating ductwork. Unlimited Air can clean your dryer vents.
How is the air quality in your home?
And remember, at Unlimited Air, it's all about the service.
With employee pricing at Denver Mattress, you pay what we pay. Backed by popular demand, our employee discount is available to everyone for a limited time. Get 15% off a single Denver Mattress brand product when you spend $9.99 or more. And with our 365-night Better Sleep Guarantee, you'll rest easy knowing you're getting the right mattress. Plus, no interest financing until January 2022. You pay what we pay with Denver Mattress employee pricing. Available now for everyone.
When our seriously wounded soldiers come home from war, Paralyzed Veterans of America is there to help them get the care, benefits, and jobs they need. Join Mission Able to help them get back into life. Visit mission-able.com.
Welcome back to Inside the Game. Last week, we watched Ballinger fall to the number 9th ranked team out of 3A D2 Cisco. People were saying that game very well could have decided the District 4-3A title, but there's still 6 games left in the season, and tonight the Bearcats went to Anson, tried to get back on their feet.
Yeah, the Tigers did lose their first 2 games this season. They haven't lost since, though. They beat Bangs in their district opener last week, 48-27.
Tonight, they had a historic matchup that's kind of getting a reboot. It's the first time since 1979 that Ballinger's playing Anson, and they won that one last year, 55-39. Excuse me, they played last year. But anyway, They're trying to make it 2 in a row against the Tigers. Let's see if they can do that. Not even seconds into the game, Drew Hagler launches this one into orbit and comes back down with it as Daniel Davis, who runs all the way into the end zone. Tigers out to a 7-0 lead. Second quarter now, Anson is up by 20. Bearcats trying to make something happen. There's Edgar Nunez. He tumbles his way into the end zone, 20-7. Bearcats on the board, and right away, Anson would strike again. Hagler aims and fires to Isaac Fernandez. No one even near him. Hustles into the end zone for the touchdown. Anson up 27-7, and they lose back-to-back games, 27-20.
The TLCA Eagles haven't played a home game in almost a month, with their last one being against Miles on September 6th. They spent the last 2 games on the road at Cross Plains and then at Merkel, still searching for their first win this season. And tonight, the Eagles welcome in the Coleman Blue Cats, who are 2-2 coming in. We'll pick it up first quarter, no score. Coleman moving the ball. Corbin Rosales passes to Jalen Holloway. He cuts across the middle. He'll go in untouched for the score to put the Blue Cats up 7-0. Second quarter now, Blue Cats up 14-0, trying to add more, and they do. Gage Skies takes the handoff, and he punches his way into the end zone. Coleman up now 21-0. TLCA just trying to cash one in before halftime. Sterling Harding with a nice pass. He finds Seth Leveski, sets up a 1st and goal for the Eagles. How do you like that? Next play, Leveski pushes his way in for a TLCA touchdown. TLCA decided to go for 2, but the pass was picked off in the end zone. Coleman up 21-6, and the Blue Cats would go on to win 49-12.
Let's check out the other Eagles in that district. Grape Creek taking on Banks tonight, another district game. Let's see how they could do. First quarter, Grape Creek would strike first. George Rodriguez powering his way into the end zone. Eagles lead 8-0 after a 2-point conversion, but this one would turn into Bangs' favor very quickly. Trevor Bowers powering his way into the end zone. He did that. I'm going to do it better. Scores a touchdown, and then another one from Bangs here, a reverse play. Bowers punching it in again. They led 12-8 after a failed 2-point conversion, and the Dragons started to pull away 25-8 right before halftime, and they would go on to win this one out at Grape Creek 46-16. Or Grape Creek wins 46-16, excuse me. Hey, and then we talked about a big game with Crane and Ozona. Sadly, Ozona's 4-game winning streak comes to an end. Crane goes on to beat them. Ozona was out to a lead early, but Crane came back. Final score out there, 50-39.
Hey, if you like Jimmy Fallon, he's a pretty funny dude. I like him as well. After Inside the Game, check out a new Jimmy Fallon. He'll be with Joaquin Phoenix. He is the star of tonight's show. You can check him out on Inside the Game. Stay here on KSAN. I like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, and that's a good movie coming up there with the Joker being released this weekend.
You know, it kind of looks a little scary. I'm not a huge fan of scary movies. It looks a little freaky to me.
Yeah, but so let's talk a little bit about that district before we go to break. That was an opportunity for Grape Creek. You know, they get a win tonight, so that's going to boost their standing there. Ballinger, a team that was picked as finished second of back-to-back losses. Cisco's kind of trying to pull away, and right now it's looking like it's their district.
Yeah, and that's something that was kind of expected. I know Dave Campbell's expected that, and when we went out to Ballinger last week, Chuck Lipsy kind of expected that. You know, Cisco's just kind of had the reputation of just, you know, around West Texas, just kind of the team to beat. And then, you know, with TLCA still trying to search for that first win this season, you know, falling to Coleman tonight at home. But it's crazy to think, I didn't realize that they hadn't had a home game in almost a month.
Yeah, no, it really has been. Yeah, no, and I completely forgot about that, honestly. Like, you just reminded me of that. And, you know, one of the things, too, with that district is you kind of could go through the top maybe 5 teams, and you look at it where it's obviously Cisco. I think they look like the clear-cut favorites. You've got Ballinger, Anson, proving that they are going to be a tough opponent, and they're probably above Ballinger now. And then you also have Grape Creek trying to make a run. So it's going to be a battle for 4 and 5. And I cannot remember the other team for the life of me, but there's one more in there. And I want to say it's early.
Coleman's in there, yeah.
Coleman, yeah. I mean, that's a district of 8 teams. It's going to be a battle until the very end with this one. So I guess stick around for the rest of the high school football season to see how that one turns out.
It's a cluster of a district, and Grape Creek actually, Grape Creek did lose tonight, 46-16 over Bangs. So
we had a little bit of an input error there, but yeah, I thought we were we were looking at Bangs, because Bangs is that other team that now is just popping into my head. Yeah, Bangs is another good one, and they'll compete with just about any of these teams. But it's good to see Grape Creek, you know, I mean, at least getting out and trying to score against some of these teams. Hopefully we'll see TLCA get a win.
Absolutely.
And it'll be fun to watch.
All right, well, coming up right after the break, we're going to take a look at El Dorado and Cristobal look to keep their perfect record intact as they hit the road to Roscoe tonight. We're going to revisit with El Dorado Haskell showdown that took place in Winners last night. Don't go away. You're watching Inside the Game on KSAN.
Man, I wish we had some...
And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Tune in to Inside the Game. We'll have highlights and scores from all your favorite teams right here in the studio.
Along with post-game interviews with players and coaches from a different location each week.
Inside the Game, Friday nights at 10:35 on KSAN, sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
Turning colder overnight, patchy fog.
It's our biggest clearance event ever at HomeZone. Our new fall lineup is arriving daily, and we have got to sell over $2 million in inventory. Get these sofas for just $4.99 with a free matching chair. That's right, both pieces for $4.99. Or get these sofas for just $4.99 plus free matching love seat for $4.99 while supplies last. Thousands in savings on last year's models, clearance, and one-of-a-kind items. Financing options available. Shop today.
Let's face it, in life, there is no free lunch. Are you prepared? Do you have a plan? Who can you trust?
You can trust the NFCC, the nation's largest nonprofit network of credit counseling and financial education organizations. Our certified professionals will help you learn basic financial skills and give you the tools to meet financial challenges with confidence. Come learn with us at nfcc.org.
It's your money. Get smart about it.
Man, I wish we had some...
And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Welcome back to Inside the Game. Earlier in the show, we had a chance to take a look at Miles out in District 8-2A, but they're not the only ones off to an undefeated start. Well, they lost tonight, but...
Yeah, also dressed in red, the Cristobal Cougars. We've praised their quarterback, Braden Wilcox, a lot.
Well, and that's rightfully so, Rachel, which brings me to this week's stat of the week. Wilcox has rushed for over 1,000 yards so far this season. That's over 200 yards a game. But here's what the eye-popping thing is. That's been on just 53 carries, which is giving him an average of 18.87 yards per carry. That's absurd, folks.
It's a lot of math, but their defense has also stepped up big, recording 2 shutouts this season, allowing just over 8 points per game. So how could Roscoe fare up against the Cougar defense tonight? Well, Cristobal 2nd and 25 from the 27-yard line. Wilcox, see you later, keeps the ball, takes it all the way to the house, puts Cristobal up 6-0 after a failed 2-point conversion. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Wilcox fakes the handoff. Josh Fava fakes the cameraman, but he keeps it. He's able to take it in. Cristobal up 12-0. Second quarter now. Cristobal 2nd and 10 from the Roscoe 13. Wilcox throws it, but the ball is fumbled. Roscoe's Jathan Cole recovers the fumble, takes that back for 6. He's able to get Roscoe on board 19-7, but it didn't matter. Cristobal, the Cougars go on to win 44-28. Guess what? They're 6-0.
That was an exciting one. Last year, though, we had a chance of looking, or excuse me, let me restart this. Last night, we had a rematch between the bi-district round playoff teams for last season. That was El Dorado and Haskell. Last season, the Indians won 26-22, but things went a little bit differently this time around. Eagles playing their 2nd game in Winners this season, and it was a neutral site because they're trying to bring that playoff atmosphere into it. First quarter, Haskell's going to strike first. Rolling out to his right is Cutter Medford, and hey, touchdown, finds Landry Olson, 7-0. But the Eagles are going to respond. Second quarter, Kevin Covarrubias finds his brother. Little bro, help me out. touchdown. Eagles take a 14-7 lead into halftime. Third quarter is where we'll get it again, and Covarrubias, man, he's something else. Touchdown, extending for the end zone. That makes it 21-14. And then how about one more time from it? Making people miss, breaking tackles in the end zone, 28-14. And the El Dorado Eagles go on to take this one out in winners, 35-14. They're 4-1 now and get a bye next week before they start district against Miles in 2 weeks.
Menard facing a tough test tonight on the road at Albany. Lions 3-2 coming in. Yellow Jackets 1-3 heading in. Menard drops another game. The final in this one, 50-6. They kick off district against Miles at home.
Well, stay tuned to Inside the Game. We had a big one out in six-man Division I tonight. Coming right up after the break, we'll have highlights from our six-man game of the week between Sterling City and Rankin and see how the rest of our six-man Concho Valley teams did. Before we do that, let's take a look at this week's Bowls Fan Cam.
Cheerleaders, and you're watching Inside the Game. We're the Robert Lee Steers, and you're watching Inside the Game.
Where you can find some
Catering for Inside the Game is provided by Chick-fil-A.
If I could lower your payments and put you in a new vehicle, well,
I got this, Dolores. If I could get you in a new car and lower your payment or at least keep it the same, would you do it?
well, why wouldn't you?
Get a brand new 2020 Nissan Altima, just $299 per month. Or how about a new 2020 Nissan Rogue S, just $395 per month.
Jim Bass Cars and Truck, Houston Hart and Arden Road.
Or shop 24/7 at BassBunch.com.
Where's Mom? Did she forget me? I wonder what happened to her. What if I get left here?
Drugs and alcohol may make you forget your problems for a moment, but that's not all you forget.
My mother worked hard to be in recovery, and I love her for that.
For drug and alcohol treatment for you or someone you love, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
KSAN and BorderReport.com takes you on a U.S.-Mexico border tour. Follow local experienced journalists for 10 days as we take you from San Diego to Brownsville. What is really happening at the local level along our border? Watch on air and on BorderReport.com.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Millions open a My Social Security account every year so they can prepare for retirement. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
U.S. taxpayer expense.
Where's Mom?
Drugs and alcohol may make you forget your problems, but that's not all you forget.
My mother worked hard to be in recovery.
For drug and alcohol treatment, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to Inside the Game. Our six-man game of the week features two ranked Division I teams, number 7 Sterling City and number 10 Rankin. They're both 5-0 so far this season. The Red Devils coming off a win over the Eagles, arch district rival Garden City.
Yeah, big test for Sterling City. The Eagles have recorded 3 shutouts. They've entered 4 of their 5 games at half and given up just 2 touchdowns all season. Gotta love those defenses.
Yeah, so you do, and the big question was, could Sterling City keep a Rankin offense that scored at least 54 points in every game this season in check? Let's find out. Rankin coming out of their tunnel, excited for this one. You know that they're trying to give Sterling City a run for their money, but so are the Eagles. They want to prove to people that they're legit, and they do. First quarter touchdown from Isaiah Elareño in the end zone, but they're going to respond quickly. Red Devils launching it up here. That's Deshaun Goodley. He takes it and looked like he was hurt. He was really just taking a rest, though, because the very next play, Titan Quigg's going to throw it up to Goodley, or that's Titan Quigg. Yeah, he's going to start making people miss. And we're going to speed this up because he's quick and he's in the end zone. They're going back and forth in this one, folks. And Sterling City is going to say, anything you can do, we can do better. Cross Niddle is about to get sacked, and he throws it up. That's a touchdown for the Eagles. And here, Quigley Titan Quigley again puts a stiff arm on in the end zone, but this is where things would get interesting, and the Eagles would finally do something to make this defense click. And there it is, interception by Cross Niddle. Tried to bring him down, touchdown for him. Eagles go on to win a big game out in Rankin tonight, 74-66.
Paint Rock on the road at Water Valley. Wildcats trying to snap a 2-game losing streak, scoreless in the first quarter. And Gabriel Smith, he's going to drop. Oh, look at that sunset. Oh, I love those sunsets. Drop back to pass, and he finds his receiver, or he's actually going to check out. Woo, right in front of our cameraman. Takes that in, but that'll be an 8-0 lead. They're not done yet. And Gabriel Smith, again, he's going to roll out to his right. Nice little pass there. Some more points for Water Valley. They're not done yet. Gunnar McCoy. Love those sunset shots. Love those sunset shots. Takes it in, walks it into the end zone. This game was all Water Valley. Wildcats go on to win 49-0. Arion County.
Yeah, how about Arion County? We're trying to get a full screen pulled up, and I don't know if we're going to get it, but the train keeps on rolling for them. They beat a rival team out in that district that Water Valley, Sterling City are in. They win 62-44 tonight. Let's go to another one. Robert Lee taking on Grady. This was a big one for Robert Lee because they're trying to get their third win of the season. And just like this, look at this. Catch, breaking tackles in the end zone. And the Robert Lee Steers are out to a early 6-0 lead after a blocked extra point. But this kid was something else tonight. That's Casey Skipworth, breaking tackles, long legs, making every strike count, finding the end zone, and then check out this play. This was the one that kind of sealed the deal for them. He gets the handoff and whoop, over the top of a Grady defender. No one's going to catch this man. He's in the end zone, and Robert Lee goes on to win this one tonight, 52-6.
Very Best was hosting number 6 Blackwell. The Falcons searching for their first win since week 1. As we all know, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And check out Dale Means with Blackwell. Check out that outfit. Gotta love it. The first possession for the game for the Hornets. And Lowry, he's going to find his receiver, Caleb Sermons, in the end zone. And Blackwell leads 8-0 after the made kick. And Blackwell, they're going to go on to dominate this game 52-6 over Very Best. And then Bront was on the road at Hermley this evening. They fall 59-20. And then Eden also loses to number 6 Leakey on the road as well.
Man, what an exciting week 6. We're, like we said, to start the show out, we're halfway there. Central's going to be back next week. They've got a classic game against the Abilene High Eagles. You know that one's going to be exciting. And, hey, Lakeview, they might be on a little bit of a losing streak, but they're going to try to turn things around. They've got a game on Saturday out at St. Angelo Stadium.
Can't wait for it.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Everyone that helped out with the show tonight, tune in next week for Week 7 of Inside the Game.
Inside the Game is sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.